From WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt, and the Weekend Run Club is back in Studio A this week. We had them on the show all the way back in 2020, and they return with a new lineup and a new album titled Liminal Space Race. Hear them play songs from that album this hour with a performance recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. They'll also play some brand new unreleased songs, and we'll even get a little Talking Heads later on in the show. Stay tuned for live recordings and our conversation with the Weekend Run Club coming up this hour on Sessions from Studio A. Welcome to Sessions from Studio A on WNIJ. I'm Spencer Tritt, joined this week by the Weekend Run Club. The band has built quite a following since we last met up with them back in 2020. They're back with their sophomore album, Liminal Space Race. Later on, we'll catch up with band members about the latest record, but as always, let's get right into the set. It's the Weekend Run Club with Big Kids, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A. This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard the Weekend Run Club performing live here in the studio, and I'm joined now with the band. Thanks so much for coming out to DeKalb, everyone, and playing in Studio A for us today. Believe it or not, the first time you were here was January of 2020, which is kind of wild to think about.
That was a whole pandemic ago.
So long.
A whole pandemic ago. So, yeah, obviously a lot has changed, both with the world, but also with the band, too. So you've got a new lineup here with you, Mitchell.
Yes, we have a new lineup. We've had, multiple changes even since we've been here last, but there's 4 of us now, and I'm really happy with the way things are. I really, really love everybody in the band right now. So it's been such a cool adventure. Actually, like sitting here, I'm thinking back to the last time we were here, and I'm reflecting on how different of a person I was.
Same here.
I think that's really common for bands when they're younger. You know, I was in my earlier 20s, now I'm in my later 20s, and I'm so happy I'm in my later 20s, not younger like I was before.
Same.
Good to have you back. And how long has this lineup been together now? It's been kind of solidified here.
3 weeks.
Luke, you joined in April or March?
Yeah.
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 We had actually been.
The first gig was in May, right?
Yeah.
But I was filling in last year.
Luke had
kind of
filled in a couple of times, and
Yeah.
from the first time, we were all like, yo, Luke is so cool. Like, we want to play with him more, but. And obviously we liked the rest of our buddies in the group too. But so when we had some natural changes, like there was no question. We're like, Luke, please, please, please.
Yeah, we were immediately like, well, Luke's the obvious person to join us, right?
Awesome. And again, thinking back to that first session, and after that, you went through some changes, and you mentioned earlier in the studio when we were talking that there was a time where you were not even sure that this band was going to continue.
No, I was not sure. We had a lineup change. Like, COVID was tough on a lot of bands, and we had a lineup change there, and then we had just played like a tour and an awesome show at Lincoln Hall. Ryan had been with us for maybe 3 months.
It was exactly 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan had been with us for 6 months, and one of our members just decided that it just wasn't for him anymore. And then the other 2, shouts to Okay Cool, they rule. Go check them out. They had started their own thing, and they wanted to pursue that. So it was kind of just me and Ryan, and I would still consider myself pretty new to being in a band at that point. And Ryan was really busy with other stuff, so it was kind of like I either pick up the slack and try to make everything happen, or we just kind of dissolve. But neither Ryan and I wanted that to happen. We really, really liked the music, and so we worked on finding some new people, and then it just kind of grew from there. We wrote the next record, and we got to put that out with our label, Say 10 Records, which was super, super cool. And yeah, the shows just kept getting better, and we just kept getting tighter. I knew Gary for a long time before this lineup. So this lineup is definitely more hand-picked, whereas the original lineup that you met was very much just a bunch of people that met each other online and kind of did our best to come up with something, which was really cool, but it has definitely evolved since then.
We are talking with the Weekend Run Club on Sessions from Studio A. Later on, the band will tell us a little more about their new album, Liminal Space Race. But let's get back to the live performance with another one from that album. This one actually starts off the record. This is Take Me to the Prom, recorded live by the Weekend Run Club. The Weekend Run Club on Sessions from Studio A. That last song was Take Me to the Prom, recorded live right here in Studio A. That one is off of the band's new album Liminal Space Race, which you can find on streaming services. You can also follow the Weekend Run Club on Facebook and Instagram to keep up with them. And stick around, we'll be right back after the short break with more music here on Sessions from Studio A. Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A with the Weekend Run Club. Let's get right back into the band's live recording here in WNIJ's Studio A. Later on, we'll also talk more about their new album, Liminal Space Race. This song is actually not on that record, though. This is a brand new, unreleased one from the band. This is Hold My Hand by the Weekend Run Club, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
Get a little scared because you know who you are, and I'm not that far yet. What do you need from me? I get a little nervous when I can't be of use, but you know that too. I get afraid of the things I want to say, but I know you'll say it's okay that I'm afraid. Hold my hand before you go. I want to see you smile again, 'cause I know that you can't stay. Hold my hand and don't let go. I want to see you smile again, 'cause I know that you can't stay long. What do you want from me? I get a little purpose from the way you care about the kind of love I can't live without. I told you every single messed up thing about me, and you chose to love me anyway. I get afraid of the things I want to say, but I know you'll say it's okay that I'm afraid. Hold my hand before you go. I want to see you smile again, 'cause I know that you can't stay. Hold my hand and don't let go. I want to see you smile again, 'cause I know that you can't stay long. Hold my hand. 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 Hold Still broke, no degree. Watching you falling in love, replacing me entirely. He's into me, tells me a lot of things, things I always wanted you to say. You say you're over me. The city really tires the eyes, and it's killing me that I saw your face in the trenches. You were made of sand. You slipped right through the hourglass. I'm off the clock so you can take your time. We don't have to waste yours. You can waste mine. I'm off the clock so you can have my time. And don't forget to keep your distance from my precious selfish mind. I'm off the clock so you can take your time. We don't have to waste yours. You can waste mine. I'm off the clock so you can have my time. And don't forget me.
Let's talk about that new album, Liminal Space Race.
Mm-hmm.
Love the title of that. And tell us a little bit about the new record. You put it out in 2024 last year.
Yes, we did. Oh my gosh, it feels so old because it was done a year before that. It just took a long time to get the distribution stuff organized. A lot of those songs are just me trying to prove to myself that I could write music and that I could bring an idea to a group of people and actually have some saying like, hey, I really like the way that this riff could sound if it was played well on a guitar, or like, hey, I have this idea, I want to bring this concept to life. And it was really just a big, I don't know, I felt kind of frantic and rushed. That's kind of where the Liminal Space Race comes from. I had a lot of change in my life. I was going through my first real heartbreak, and the band had, kind of split. So the songs are a lot about liminal space. We're just growing and feeling unsure about what's next. And then there were a couple songs that we had already started working on before everybody left, like Strangers and Liar Liar were two that we had started working on. But then the rest of them, I don't know, it was kind of funny. I would just have ideas, and the three new members were so new that they're like, okay, well, it's your idea, we'll just work on that then. I think there was a period of time where like nobody wanted to overstep their bounds because we were all still figuring each other out. So right. It was fun to like pioneer something, and I'm super glad that I did it. And then I'm also super glad that the stuff we're working on now is much more collaborative in the way where we're all doing it together, because it's better that way.
Yeah, I've really loved to see the way that the band has grown and the way that working on the songs has grown. And I think that Liminal Space Race was such, an example of growth for us. And I think that the new stuff is feeling the same way for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new stuff rules.
I would hate to be in a band that repeated itself. And so it's so cool to see a group that like had one way of working and it worked really well. And then it's like, okay, so now that there's a new setting or a new context, like how is the creative process going to work here?
It's always been changing. In every iteration of the project, I think that the writing has gotten tighter and the way we interact with each other has gotten tighter. And I don't know, there's been so many chapters of Weekend Run Club where, we had a lot of time, and then some people were busier and we just kind of had to keep pushing along. And when people had the energy, they would give what they had. And I just think that's a really honest metaphor for life. I think there are a lot of projects where either too much is expected of everybody, or like there's a big burnout because people have to be on all of the time. And I think in life, you just have to like ride your horse until you need to take a break, and then you get back on when you're ready. And I just feel like that's kind of the metaphor I've thought of with all of our songwriting and all of the changes we've had over the years.
It sounds like it's kind of become a pretty collaborative effort too, the songwriting. Walk us through that process when you're writing a new song. What's that kind of look like for the
Luke,
band?
Gary?
Yeah, it changes for every song, but like so we have the two that we played today, Hold My Hand and No Show. So like Mitchell came up with the riff for both of those, and then we kind of fleshed out the form together, and then the arrangement, and then all the different textures and stuff. And those were a little bit more kind of like transitional songs from the old process to kind of a newer process, because then there are songs that we're currently working on that are like, you know, I'll come up with a riff, or like Ryan has like a complete song that they're bringing to the table, and so we're getting to like kind of have all of these different ways to work that way. So yeah.
It's cool. We all have ideas now. Like Luke has a song that he wrote, and then Ryan's song also that we're working on, and so it's all consistent. Mm-hmm. Like it all sounds like us, which is really cool, because in the past there were times where we would all write different stuff, and it just sounded like 4 different people writing things, and we had to like.
Because we're all also in like a bunch of other projects, so I feel like with me, it's like if I've got an idea, then I'm like, okay, well, this is a Weekend Run Club idea, because it's like, you know, it has this sort of vibe or this kind of tonal palette, and then if it's more songwritery, I might bring it to like my thing, or it's like, you know, it depends on the song, and so that's part of the consistency too. I think is that we kind of know what we're writing for in a way.
Yeah. I think some of the consistency comes from like the way that we all add on to something too. Like I feel like it's, you know, one of us will have the seed, and then like as a group we'll kind of grow it from there. And
Absolutely.
that seed might be, you know, chords and lyrics. It might be just a riff and like a, you know, slight structural idea. It can vary from song to song.
Yeah, and definitely complementing each other's parts too.
Right,
It
yeah,
seems
I think
like.
we all know what our strengths are too, and I think we are definitely able to trust each other more. I felt in early iterations of Weekend Run Club, we had a really hard time trusting each other, and we just couldn't get out of our own ways. And I don't even necessarily think that's like a diss to anybody. I think it's just more of we were young and younger and
late 20s as opposed to early
and trying
20s.
to figure out like our own identity. And I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses, and I feel like everybody else does too. And so there are certain things that I just know, okay, I could mess around with this, but and I usually will, but I know that that's going to change because I know someone else is going to do it better. And so it's nice. We're honing in on the things that we really can make better, and we're not wasting energy on the things that just help us feel involved. Like I think that in the past there were times where like, oh, let's just change this chord because it's boring, and like we don't have those conversations anymore. It's like the chord is fine. There's different ways that you can bring your artistry to this song.
You are hearing our talk with the Weekend Run Club on Sessions from Studio A. It's time for another short break, but we will be right back with more from their live recording with us in Studio A. You can check out behind-the-scenes video from these recordings over on WNIJ.org. Just click on Sessions from Studio A under the Music tab. Find the Weekend Run Club's latest album, Liminal Space Race, streaming everywhere, and check out more from them on Facebook and Instagram. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more here on Sessions from Studio A. This is Sessions from Studio A. Thanks for joining us for our session with the Weekend Run Club. We've got more coming up from their latest album, Liminal Space Race, and at the end of the show, we'll have a treat for you Talking Heads fans out there. Here's another one from Liminal Space Race. This is Liar Liar, parentheses, Pants on Fire. It's the Weekend Run Club, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
My hands are full. with the miller's son. Interrupt our conversation, tell us what you want. A swanky mansion in Mexico with 14 kids, a married boyfriend and friends who think they're better than you. I've got nobody else, I got nowhere to be. I got love to go around for everybody but me. Myself and David to think that I'm over the scene, but there's love to go around. There are miles to be kissed and emotions to rest. No connections to be missed. We're all broken here. So my neighbor's out at the end of your last. Can you remind me again what I'm doing here? There are miles to be kissed and emotions to rest. No connections to be missed. We're all broken here. So my neighbor's out at the end of your last. Can you remind me again what I'm doing here? I'm a loser in love and I'm a loser in love. I'm a loser in love. You're just a loser. Yeah, I'm a loser in love and I'm a loser in love. I'm a loser in love. You're just a really rich loser. Loser.
I want to go back to the new album in the title again too, because I think people might not know. This is something I feel like I only started hearing about in the last few years. What is a liminal space?
A liminal it's like purgatory, but like it's, I think of it a lot in like therapy terms because of my experience with therapy. It's not necessarily a therapy term, but when your paradigm is shifting or when you are growing or when something changes and you aren't sure of what the outcome is going to be, but you can't go back. Ooh. That's kind of how I would describe the feeling of it. But it's essentially, what would you say, like an undefined space?
I kind of feel like a place that's like neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I feel like on the internet, it's, very much just like an empty gas station at night.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Like
a creepy hotel hallway.
The
or
in-between.
something.
Right, the back room of a mall with like nothing in it, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
We had an artist come in about a year ago, and he brought his daughter with him. She's probably like 10 years old or something, and she's walking down our hallway here at the radio station, and she goes, "This is a liminal space."
It's that whole like back rooms kind of thing. But yeah, it's called Liminal Space Race because I feel like I was going through a lot of change and it was really unsettling. And the race is like, I gotta get out of here. Like I gotta figure this out. It was a very frantic and clumsy time for me. So, and also it kind of ties in with the whole Weekend Run Club thing, where we're running, I guess.
What's coming up for the band? What are some future plans? Do you have any shows coming up here in this winter? Tell us what's next.
We do. I'm checking the date right now. We have a show in February. Currently, we're scheduled for that. It is February 10th. We're going to be at Beat Kitchen with our friends in Sarah and the Safe Word. It's going to be a fun Monday show. And we don't have anything planned beyond that right now. Hopefully some cool fests. And we did a couple tours, like 3 tours this past year. So we're hoping to do some more touring this year as well. And we'll have some new music on the horizon as well. We're really excited to get that out.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. And tell people where they can check you guys out, find more from you.
Instagram is where we're most active, at Weekend Run Club. We're on all the streaming platforms.
Facebook.
We're all over Al Gore's internet.
Yeah. I think that's it. You could find us anywhere. It's not hard.
I love it. I'm so glad you guys stopped by before you totally blow into the stratosphere and you're too famous to come by our little studio.
Oh,
so
you.
Weekend Run Club, thank you so much again for coming out to DeKalb and playing for us.
Thank you for having
Great
us.
set.
Yeah,
It's a blast. It's always good to come here.
and I can't relax. I can't sleep 'cause my bed's on fire. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire. Psycho killer, 'cause you see run, 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 run away. Whoa, psycho killer, 'cause you see run, 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 run away. Whoa, you start a conversation you can't even finish. You're talking a lot, but you're not saying anything. When I have nothing to say, my lips are sealed. Say something once, why say it again? Psycho killer. Run, 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 run away. Whoa, psycho killer. Yes, we say. Run, 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 run away. Whoa, sit, kid, sit, fit, sit, swallow. Sit, kid, la, dee, sit, swallow. Réalisons mon espoir. Je mélange vers le grand entier. We are vain and we are blind. I hate people when they're not polite. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Run, 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 run away. Oh, psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Run, 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 run away. Oh,
The Weekend Run Club, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A. Closing out our show this week with that really cool cover of Psycho Killer by Talking Heads. We've also been hearing music from their latest album, Liminal Space Race. You can check out that album streaming everywhere now on all the usual platforms. And you can find more from the Weekend Run Club over on their Instagram and Facebook. A huge thanks to the band for joining us this week. The band is Mitchell Kinn on lead vocals, Ryan Lammers and Luke Fries on guitar, and Gary Zucker on drums. You can check out behind-the-scenes video from their performance in Studio A, posted over on our website along with this full episode. That's over on WNIJ.org. Just click on Sessions from Studio A under the Music tab. You can also subscribe to us on our YouTube channel and follow Sessions from Studio A on Facebook and Instagram at Sessions WNIJ. If you are a local artist and you're interested in being featured on our show, send us in a submission with some music to sessions@niu.edu. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Producers are Mike Lundgren, Sam Nofsker, and yours truly. Production intern is Royce Pataris. I'm Spencer Tritt, and thanks so much for joining me this week. I will see you next time on another edition of Sessions from Studio A.